Welcome to reading lesson number 3 on completing sentences and notes. Before you start this lesson, you will need to have the following to hand: your training booklet, a pen or pencil, and a rubber. You can follow the lesson in your training booklet, where you will find all the reading practice exercises, space to enter your answers, which you can then find at the back of your booklet. After this lesson, you will have a clear overview of what to expect in the reading question type sentence completion, have learnt tips and strategies on how best to approach the section, and have a chance to practice the question type using real IELTS materials. The question type here is sentence completion. So you have to complete sentences with words and/or numbers from the passage. All the answers are in order. You have to scan for the answers in this type of question, so you're looking for keywords such as times, places, names and nouns. As the questions are in order, you start with the questions, read a question 1, find the answer and then go to the next question. The answers are either words and/or numbers from the passage, and you should always note the maximum words allowed. Now we're going to look at the 7 tips and strategies again, which will help you in the reading part. We will list them here again and then go through each stage in detail during practice 1. Firstly, you need to read the headline, get an idea what the passage is about. Then, depending on the question type, you need to decide if the questions are in order or not. In this type, they are always in order. Then you need to decide whether to scan or skim, and in this case, you need to scan. Then you can start to find the answers. In this case, you can start with the first question, as the questions are in order. Once you found the answer, you can underline it. We always underline the answers. You should then write the answers, which are from the passage, in the gaps in the sentences or notes, which are the questions. And then you can do the same for all the questions in that set. And lastly, you can transfer your answers after the section to the reading answer sheet in pencil. Now you have time to practice with my help. First, let's look at the headline on Lesson 3, Practice 1 in your training booklet. I'll give you a little bit of time to look at the headline. Okay, so this headline is about light pollution, so the effects light has on the environment. Now you need to know if the questions are in order or not, and in this case they are in order. As I said, you just need to learn this information. The questions are in order, so you can start reading from the beginning of the passage or from the relevant part of the passage and with the first question. You will need to scan for the answers in this question type. Scan for the words and/or numbers in the sentences or synonyms of them, and predict the kind of word, noun, name or number, etc. you need to look for, so that you know what kind of word you're looking for, and therefore scanning will get you to the answer quickly. Now you can start to find the answers. As the questions are in order, you start by reading the first question and then find the answer before you go on to the next question. So let's do one together. Read question 6 and predict the answer using the words before the gap as a clue. Underline safe, for example. Also predict the kind of word you need to find. I'll give you a bit of time here to predict the answer. You will need to find a verb in the infinitive for the first one. Now start scanning the text at the beginning for the answer, and when you found it, you can underline it. I'll give you a bit of time to do that. If you need more time, just press pause here. Now write your answers in the training book in the gap in question 6. Don't forget that your answer is from the passage. Please don't change the word or words. We will look at the answers after you've done the other questions. Finish question 6 and then you can go to the next slide. Now repeat this process for the other questions in the set 6 to 9. You can take 5 minutes to do this. If you finish before the 5 minutes, then just fast forward the lesson. I'll tell you when the time is up. You can start now. Okay, your time is up now. For this practice, you're going to transfer the answers to the space in your training booklet. In the real test, you would transfer your answers after the whole passage in pencil to an answer sheet. You have to check your spelling. All you need to do here is to make sure that you've copied the words correctly. Remember to check the word limit and remember to transfer quickly and carefully. You now have 40 seconds to transfer your answers to the space in your training booklet. I will tell you when the time is up. You can start now. Your time is up now. Now you have time to look at the answers and at where they are in the passage, which you can read in the back of your training booklet and on this slide. If you need more time, just press pause. Now you have a chance to practice a sentence completion task alone, and after we will go through the answers together. Go to Lesson 3, Practice 2 in your training booklet. Don't forget to follow the steps which you can find in your training booklet. It's important to follow the same pattern as in Practice 1. There are 7 questions and you'll have 9 minutes to answer the questions without transfer. You will have time to transfer after you've finished. You need to time yourself for this practice, so you can set up your timer for 9 minutes now and start it. When you have finished, you can go to the next slide. Press pause now and go to the next slide when you've finished. You now have 70 seconds to transfer your answers to the space in your training booklet. I'll tell you when the time is up. You can start now. Your time is up now. Now you have time to look at the answers and where they are in the passage. You can read all of this in the back of your training booklet and on this slide. If you need more time, just press pause. Don't forget that these are all the possible answers and answers in brackets are optional. That is the end of Lesson 3. And after you've done the quiz, you can go on to Lesson 4, which is on multiple choice.